Everyone, welcome to Sports File on Ombudsman Radio. My name is Jem, and with me I have some amazing analysts. And together we're going to delve into the Nigerian qualifying, World Cup qualifying journey thus far. So, next to me I have Mr. Chidi. Mr. Chidi, you're welcome.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. And with me also I have Mr. Tafida, who will also be contributing his bit to the discussion. Welcome, Mr. Tafida.
Thank you so much.
How are you guys feeling as Nigerians and as lovers of football today?
So, I don't want to, there's no words to quantify how I feel at the moment. But I'll just say disappointed, especially for the fact that we have so many international players in our squad and we could not make it to the World Cup.
True. Chidi, how about you?
I'm not surprised. Well, the painful part is there's a competition we used to play at Era 1. 20 teams, not takes it all. You will play for 8 weeks, and imagine you struggling from 8 weeks, and the final week you get to the final and you lost. You are going home with nothing. Then you be like, when I won't go home, maybe the final first stage you get. I felt there was a hanky-panky for the way CAF or FIFA did the qualification for Nigeria to win 4-0 and qualify to the playoff. But that will still take us back to what I keep saying. When we want to do something right, we'll do it right. There is something wrong through the management, through the footballing house. Many content creators are coming out to complain, to bring out the light of the money being spent on all. When we do the right thing, we'll have the right players, we'll have the right quality. The problem is not the players. The problem is not the coach. The problem is from the football.
Exactly, that was what I wanted us to talk about today. What exactly is the problem? When you look at the versatility of play that we had, especially against Gabon and previously, and then yesterday, in fact, we have a lot of issues. And I believe it's not just tactical issues again, and it's not coach-player relationship issue. There's so many issues. So, in your opinion, pinpoint exactly what do you think our problem is?
Instance, right? England qualified for the World Cup 3 games before or 2 games before. They still won their 2 friendly games. They are playing. They don't care if it's a friendly game. They go all out to win.
Exactly.
And let me give you an example. The Arsenal left back, Louis Skelly, he was benched for Arsenal for 2-3 games. They had to drop him for the national team to bring out some discipline. You get, if you're not playing in your club side, you're not playing.
Yeah,
but in Nigeria, you can see somebody. Let me not call names, but if I can call names, I feel like Moses Simon time in the Super Eagles should be over. Shouldn't be. But in our own Super Eagles, we don't have that. If you don't play your club side, you must come. You cannot see, okay, today we have a friendly match. Let's see a fresh leg. Like when we played in England for this the cup we won in England. That's what we saw in Benjamin Frederick. Give other people a chance. If you watch the Oroko Dare and watch the Akko Adams.
Yeah.
Those guys, it was. When you're watching Nigeria game, I will keep saying in the last episode we did about the Falcons. I don't know if you still remember.
Yeah.
Next year WAFCON, we might still win it, but when we go continental games, we will not play well because if you watch the female games now under Wardrum, if Nigeria are losing, you're enjoying watching the games. But even though we are winning, you're not enjoying the game. It's just like this, you are playing NLO, amateur football. You kick and run, you bulldoze your team.
You understand? Yeah.
You are not seeing a flair. Imagine, watch our game. If you watch our game yesterday, it was as if a boxing fight that someone is beating you. They were just playing us. We are just going to defense. We are playing against Congo. We are going to play defensive game.
Sorry, please, if I'm going to add to that, the whole thing about you not mentioning names, I will mention names because the only players I saw on that pitch for Nigeria was
Frederick,
Victor Osimhen, Onyeka, and Frederick.
Yeah.
The remaining players are not willing. That's what I'll say. They are afraid to get injured, so they won't go to their club side.
They won't be left out of the international games.
Doesn't show patriotism.
No, I don't think it's that.
To me, it doesn't show patriotism because it's my own point on my own.
If you watch our game against the Benin Republic, if If you watch the way they came out to play football,
Yeah, that's what I'm
it's the
saying.
pattern.
There's a difference.
Yes.
So at some point you wonder
No.
what went
Wait,
wrong. I
what
know.
was-
Okay, if I'm to say, okay, is it the lack of morality? I mean, when you look at what the issues they're having with NFF and all of the management like that, is that what is causing the issue, or at what point do we actually
Let's
miss
tell you
it?
that they gave the under 17 girls over how many months? 100,000 when they came back from the World Cup. Now, you know how it feels when your parents, your relative are watching you, that you're representing your country, and after at how many months out they didn't see you, they see you back and forth. Do you know what football is? I still play football. I know how it feels when you run 90 minutes, you train, you watch, you condition yourself. Especially me, I'm always concerned with the girls. You know how girls is, your monthly stuff. They take the pain and still play football, and after everything they give you 100,000 because you're under 17.
So I think we've established that we have an issue. We have like a management issue, right? But now, can we just look at the individual performance of the players?
Okay.
I'm very interested in Frederick Benjamin.
Okay.
So Tafid, I'm going to ask you, what would you say? How would you rate his performance and his contribution to the team?
So we're discussing with someone yesterday, and the person said he's trying to stabilize his permanency as a number 2. When he gets that stability, he will turn to the remain. He will
Join the line.
join the line of the chain.
No,
of
I
players.
don't think.
But I don't even want to just limit myself to him. I just feel Osimhen is the only player that is
Patriotic.
showing
Yes.
that patriotism, because immediately he left the match. And another thing about before I say him leaving the match, I heard something that in the dressing room he had issues with the coach. That's why they removed him. It wasn't injury, because he was walking straight, no injury. But at that critical time, I don't expect the coach to be emotional. This is your best player. You don't have a striker because if you could see, this guy came on, this Wolves player, he came on second half and they removed him the second half again. So that doesn't show that you have a replacement for Osimhen. Manage him. He was the only one shouting at the players, and when he shouts,
Yes. people
people say, is he Ronaldo? He doesn't deserve to shout. But to me, he deserves to shout. So he wants to go to the World Cup.
Basically
He's-
carrying the entire
entire
team
team
Now,
on
the
his
next
shoulder.
World Cup,
Yeah,
the
you
next
get-
World Cup, he will like 32.
So to me, there are few players that show that they deserve to be on the team. And Ndidi, I was so disappointed yesterday.
I mean, we could see the vacuum in the midfield, right? It was glaring, and when we came into the second half, it was like as if, even though there was fresh set of leg, there was no difference.
No difference at
No
all.
difference.
I must say, is it the problem? We'll talk about the England, we'll talk about the foreign player. Brazil have a coach, Ancelotti. Ancelotti is not a Brazilian. England have Thomas Tuchel. It's an
Yeah.
German.
Coach, yeah.
I don't see why we are employing Eric Chell. Or have the likes of I know good coaches that can take those. But if you see the problem about even our coaching courses, the licenses and everything is so poor. Don't tell me that Nigeria cannot bring an A-list coach. That when these players come and see him, they give their all.
Domestic A-list coach?
No.
International?
Yes.
Well, but would they be ready to pay?
Pay is another thing.
Can they
They are
afford-
expensive. Let's be honest.
No,
they are
what's expensive?
They are
Yes,
expensive.
they are. They are
They're
actually.
expensive.
No.
The
Imagine
corruption-
you want
the
to bring
corruption
somebody like Ancelotti to coach Nigerian team. How much do you
Ancelotti will not bend to the corruption. Now let me give an instance. I want to employ Tafida as the head coach of PCC. Now tell him that I'm going to tell the management that we are paying you 15 naira. But see, we'll be paying you 30 naira.
And you
Check.
remit the 20.
Yes, that's what's happening to Gonatro, Petitvote, the whole this thing. Because when the going start going rough, they start bantering themselves. You're not saying I'm not supporting the those players gave their all. If you listen to the interview of Pinnick, that's the total embarrassment. I know he's a big man, he can do it. Pinnick is the total embarrassment of Nigerian football, saying Nigeria do this, Nigeria do that. He is the cause of, if you watch what you were talking about this Benin coach, he's saying he's a pedophile. Is this one was carrying underage girls. If a proper NFL president, you see your coach is doing pedophile, what's next to do? You sack him immediately. But when people are doing the corruption and when it now backfire, that's saying it's a pedophile. You shouldn't bring that thing out to me.
yesterday's issue doesn't boil down to corruption. Let me explain. It boils down to selection. That's what I will take it
Yeah,
as.
but with corruption that influences the selection.
What I'm trying to say, there are players that were on the bench that were better than the ones on the
Who's better?
Do you get? Ekong was supposed to be in
Stop,
that
stop.
match.
Ekong,
Stop,
I
please.
feel like
Don't go there, please.
okay. In my opinion, I feel like Nigeria
Ekong
needed
played
a
two qualifiers,
fast.
gave us 2 own goals. That's the problem I'm saying. Ekong, yes, check about the England boss. Let's stop doing this sentiment. His time is gone. Ekong was playing for Watford, he was on the bench. He went to Panathinaikos, was on the bench. He had to go to Saudi Arabia. If you watch any England
But
player,
when it comes to
wait.
Nigeria, does he show his patriotism?
No, he-
No,
Yes or no?
Sorry.
he commits to the
No,
game.
Can I
Yes,
ask
he
you a
commits
question?
to the game.
In that game, Simi Ajayi and Basi, who do you want them to stop for Ekong?
I think both of them are quite fast-paced defenders.
Dan Ekong.
Yes.
Watch our game
But
against Zimbabwe.
What Ekong will bring to the table
What?
is experience.
No, we don't need experience. See, Basi have the pace, have the experience. Simi Ajayi have the pace, have the experience. Benjamin Frederick is young. He has the pace, he have the experience.
obviously.
Please, yes, use. If your time is gone, your time is gone. That's why I love the Western world. They don't care.
Yeah, they
drop you on the
there's
bench
no
and beat-
fear or
yes.
favor for
Let's stop-
anybody. They just
Tomorrow now, when we did see Moses Simon, and we know they're like, why they drop Moses Simon? Why they do this one? Let's state the fact there are so many England players that me, I was expecting to watch. I was watching that game against Albania before the Nigeria game. I was looking at, I didn't see this person. They drop you. If your club
If
drop
you're
you,
not performing.
Ramsey is a good goalkeeper.
He wasn't picked.
He dropped. That's the problem we have, even in our own local leagues. Me, right from the time I'm a football loving, I watch the whole leagues. I wish I recorded it. I told my friend that Congo would beat us. I'm in Nigeria, I'm a patriotic this thing. Let's watch, Congo. They have a team in Congo, right? Their own league that have their own private plane.
oh wow.
Yes. You know what's TP Mazembe? If you see the plane, TP Mazembe Football Club, their own plane.
Wow.
I'm telling you, like let's talk about Stanley Wabali. He earns over 200 million in a year. The third just goalkeeper. Now our Nigerian goalkeepers in a year they earn, let's give and take, 9 million naira. So anytime he comes to the national team, any home-based keeper he sees, he dash the person 10 million. That means I'm dashing you your month, your whole year salary. We should start doing. I know football very well. See, the state teams in Nigeria, people like to go there because they will tell the state, because look at our state now, government money. They will say they sign 30 players, they will tell the state they sign 50 players. They don't be bringing everybody. Let me dive a little into lobby stars. Lobby stars, if they say if you're not indigene will come and they will go and be drinking. And they must play the next match. See, we have a lot of things to correct. The football pitch is bad. If you play a match by 2 in Nigeria, all you will come out. Look at Morocco. All the whole country, FIFA gave them 5 years to host all the whole under 17 nations and World Cup. I have friends that were calling me during the World Cup in Morocco. They have over 6 pitches, natural grass.
I think we've established that our problems are deeply rooted in the management, right? But can we take out the players' individual contribution? You talked about Osimhen having like maybe a bit of. But then what about discipline? Discipline on and off the pitch. I'm not saying, before you don't take me wrong. I'm not saying
himself.
No. I'm not saying Osimhen has a discipline issue. I'm just talking on a general level, both as a coach and as a player. What role does discipline play in achieving results at the end of the day?
Okay, I can give examples with other teams, right?
Mm-hmm.
For example,
we don't have such cases in Nigerian team in the Super Eagles.
in this Super Eagles, when you talk about discipline, as I said, when there's corruption in a system, discipline goes away. But that's why I wanted to give an example with another team that they have full discipline.
Okay.
And if you remember the time when Arteta took over Arsenal, there were a lot of players that were trying to disbalance his style of play and all of that. He took all of them out, and the player now, if Arsenal are one of the teams that are more disciplined than any other team in the world right now, because you hardly see when a player talks back at the coach. They respect each other, and respect is a very big factor when it comes to football, because when you respect each other, I can defend Osimhen in whatever he does.
Yes. Obviously, I'm just saying that.
Do you know why? Do you know? Let me finish on this Osimhen issue, because it's painful to see that you are giving your all
Yes.
to the team,
He does
and
give his all.
and the remaining are lacking.
Yes.
So it's
And
painful. So I don't.
It's
Yeah, it's
yeah,
frustrating. So I don't blame him when he comes out to lash out at them, because
You see
giving
him
his all.
sometimes on the pitch, he's engaging, you know.
Yeah.
I see him sometimes, he's like, you move here, you.
After the issue with the coach yesterday, he came out second half and he was still encouraging the players. During the penalty shootout, he was encouraging them, but there was one issue. I saw a video where the coach was saying
Voodoo.
he lashed out at the end of the
Yeah,
match because he saw the opponents were
He's
using
voodoo. That's
What does that have to do with our loss?
Nah,
I saw it somewhere
that's where I want to come in.
that part of the
Always
show.
have, even before when we are struggling
That's
to qualify.
collateral damage.
When we are struggling to qualify, right? He came out and said the NFF cannot sack him. He has so much to spill out.
Oh wow.
That is wrong.
That's
That
the
is
case
wrong.
of discipline
Yes.
that we're talking about.
Now for Shime, I feel like I have similar trait of Shime. If I'm not being the picture player, I will shout at you. You get? I'm that kind of.
Osimhen does it, they
Yes.
complain. Ronaldo, nobody
No,
says anything.
Osimhen does it. Let's check Osimhen games in Napoli. When you watch about people that want to play, he score clinical goals. But in Nigeria, he scores struggling. He need to. He will go and pick the ball. He will struggle.
Struggle, you will turn and
It's all-
twist, you know,
He
find.
get tired in the next 15 minutes. But if you see, if you watch when I can just be, I was telling somebody, if Osimhen have come to Arsenal, wow, because you have people that he will just relax, they will not give him the final this game. Imagine somebody coming on the midfield attacker, he will now carry the ball to the. Before he got to the post, he's already tired. He will
And
just
when
shoot.
and then there was this play of, you know, trying to always locate him and cross. Even the crosses are not even accurate. The crosses don't even get.
Now the
there.
problem is we're talking about the Tolu Orokudari or what's his
Yeah.
name. So people are saying they got to go and do modeling. I prefer she can't do modeling because if you check, if you watch even me as a central def, if a boy is coming, you drop it on your chest, you hold on. He was not holding on to any play.
He was
just
somebody
testing the
who
ball
was
back
saying
to
they were
them.
giving. He was playing for them.
I don't think
He was playing
but
for them.
We are not even talking about fact. Lukman has been playing against Nigeria for the past 3 games. I wrote it on my status.
No, but somebody now gave an excuse that the Atlanta issue is what is affecting him. But me, I'm saying, sit down on the bench.
Exactly. If he's
Don't
not
pick
at his
him.
optimal
So-
best, don't put him on the first.
And someone replied, my 3 people replied immediately that they are still shocked why he's still playing. That's the problem with Nigeria. They want you
Sentiment.
when you
Do you know
when
something?
you
I'm
drop
sorry. Do you know something Thomas Tuchel does?
you drop from you drop to.
He goes to watch most
yeah,
Premier League
yeah.
matches and he sees their individual performances in their
But
club.
with Nigeria sponsor our coach to go for all
Now,
those things.
bro, the truth is,
There's a
even
lot
though
of
we are not going to watch their games, right? You know that
And you don't even
Lukman
have
form
to
is
go
down.
there to
Yes,
watch
Yeah,
their
you can,
game.
yeah.
Lukman form is down. Drop him on the bench. Moses Simon age is catching up. Drop him on the bench. Put people that are fresh. Chukwueze is not a starter to me. Chukwueze is not a starter. His form. Last time, AC Milan dropped him, so loan him to Fulham. We are watching it. He's not doing anything in Fulham. Drop him. We have good boys, but the pride of saying you want to go and meet them. See, there are some Nigeria League players that I watch on a daily basis, like or watch them like on TikTok. Watch 1 or 2 of their players, put them into that game. You see that they want to give their all. Check out Bissaka in Congo.
Yeah.
We know those guys. They know that we don't know their names, but we know them.
Yeah.
They are playing actively. The guy that disturbed
Back.
Arsenal midfield, the last game Arsenal drew 2-2 Sunderland, is from Congo. They have good names. See, by the time we start doing the right thing and saying this person is my person, he must start, my agent is a super agent, Nigeria will get it all right. We don't have any excuse. We don't have. I was telling people that I prefer us to meet Cameroon, right? Because Cameroon, their own house is as scattered as Nigeria. Faka foot. I
Now
have a friend playing in the
coming
Cameroon national team. He said their own is worse. Imagine in Cameroon, Samuel to have his own set of players that are playing qualifiers. The Minister of Sport have his own players.
Oh wow.
So FIFA will not. But the truth is, FIFA recognize only the NFF. Their own. So I had to rush with the letter to FIFA that this is the people that is playing the game. Cameroon, their own is worst. After me was if you admit Cameroon,
Yeah, well, it's because of their problem at home that we didn't
Yes,
meet them. Like
yes.
they lost it.
they lost.
So I want to point out 2 things now. First of all, the coach going to watch matches live makes the player. It motivates the players to impress him because they know his
put in the-
presence.
Yeah.
Rather than watching them from home and all of that. So you see that it boosts their morale to want to work harder to impress. That was one. Then when it comes to Chukwueze's issue, we are just blaming few players, but I don't know why Nigerians we don't talk about Iwobi. Iwobi doesn't deserve. Regardless, I have this strong opinion that he doesn't deserve to be on the pitch. Yesterday, Chukwueze was the one playing 10. Iwobi was nowhere to be found in the middle.
Now, let me tell you the truth about the game. I will pinpoint those places. Like about Iwobi, right? Against Benin, Iwobi was the magician. As a footballer,
that's what I was going to say. Yes. There are times where Iwobi just
performs. The problem is
we are encouraging average players.
No, it's not average. They are average players. Iwobi is not average. I won't lie to you.
Most of these players
have to replace him. If we
then go and look for the person.
But
there
for
are
now,
a lot of Nigerians out there.
If I'm playing a free roll and you bring another person to play another free roll, it confuses me because I want to run to the left and I see the person to the left. But what tactical pattern? Chukwueze is not a 10. It's a winger.
But he played better as a 10 yesterday.
No, sometimes he cannot even control the ball, bro.
As a coach, you read the game. If another player is playing better there, because of the limited players you have, use him.
No. You know, even though I think there was a bit of lack of communication between the players.
Put Onyeka and Ndidi double for and put Iwobi as a free roll. Let him dictate the pace of the game. He's going to do it. Chukwueze is a fast.
So now you want to tell me Iwobi is not an average player? Even in the Nigerian squad.
No.
If you go,
if he's an average player, if you check about Fulham, he starts. Let's check about the players, Nigerian players.
That's what boils down to. They play better at their club side, but they don't put it all here.
Let me give an instance. Tottenham Hotspur, when AVB, you know that young coach, they are bringing somebody. Let me tell you the fact. Let me tell you the truth. They give Arteta time. Some club will not give you that time.
Yeah.
Amorim, right? He's removing those. You talk about Rashford. Rashford is a big player. So you're like, why would Amorim be talking to me? If he goes to Barcelona, he meets his own caliber of. He had to put his
self down. Yeah.
Now he had to come back to England to show himself. See, Eric Chell. If you check the whole foreign best player, Eric Chell is not to their level. We need a coach that when he stands on the touchline, those players will know. I'm saying it. Eric Chell is way below the standard of a Nigeria coach. For a country like Nigeria, we're supposed to be having about big coaches. You see, let's have it now. That coach Zambia and Ivory Coast. He knows those are coaches that want to give their all to football, but they know that they cannot come and tell me that. Don't come and tell me that you give me 10 naira and I'll allow me to play football.
I want us to go away from Nigeria corruption when it comes to this football thing. I feel we should. It's something that has been happening
ongoing. Like,
yes.
Is there a way to survive?
I think we can do better rather than focusing on the corruption.
The corruption as the cause of corruption.
So what's the better way? That's what I'm asking. The better way if it boils down to the corruption.
So if you want to be, I want to. Sorry, I'm taking
no.
But do you think the selection of these players are done by the coaches themselves?
No, from the NFF house. I'm telling you. Watch Brown Ideye. Brown Ideye came out. Let's be serious. If you watch Brown Ideye, there is this former Enyimba player that do podcast. He invited Brown Ideye, and I was telling somebody, don't tell me you're playing Nigeria League and you're boastful. You are still broke. I know most of my Nigeria players that they are earning less than 150, 200. You get. Now, if you're signing a team in Nigeria League, I'm on Tafida. I tell Tafida that I'm paying you 250. You give me 50,000 as the head coach. You give Jam as 10,000 naira as the assistant coach. You give to 10,000. Before it was 180 for you to play. Now let's boil down to Brian there said that he was. I can remember that time he was red hot form. So when he called Stephen Keshi, let Stephen Keshi, that boss, why my name not there for list? He said, bros, go settle with your agents. He came out publicly and said it. Now, we are not thinking about the fact of our own ex-international that supposed to come and said, we don't like what is happening. Let's put the corruption. Kanu came into Enyimba as the chairman of Enyimba after Ayansi. I was there. I know that I was in the reserve team for a bit. If you win a game, Ayansi will remove money for you and say, people go and share. And Kanu came as the chairman of Enyimba and said they are paying the players too much. They are paying the player 800,000 is too much. You that played Arsenal collecting pounds. And you came all the way. You have to say, oh, these players, we need a coastal boss. We need this one. I don't know if you watch football a lot. I follow Orlando Pirates. In every country, I have the teams I follow. Bro, have you seen their Marco Polo? After every game, you stretch your leg. You play PlayStation.
Yeah, we can.
We na coastal boss.
Convenience.
Yeah.
We is coastal boss.
Yes.
Now, there's a team. I know that the next game another person is having is a flight. I used to
Follow them.
yes, I used to subscribe to this thing from their flight to everything. If they are going on 8 hours journey, they use flights. 4 hours train, 2 hours bus. Nigeria, you are playing a match in Akwa Ibom. You are using coastal bus. The next match is in Maiduguri. Coastal bus. The next night, phew. You want to keep. What's happen, bros?
Okay, so I think the talking point so far is that the embedded in the NFL has grossly affected the Nigerian team.
That's
Right?
eating so deep.
Yes.
That's eating so
But
deep.
if you ask me a question, do we between us and the
Yeah.
Congolese team.
Yeah.
who deserves to go to the World
Congo.
It was
deserves-
obviously
Did
the
Have you
tough
seen?
question.
Did you see that coach?
Yes, I saw their picture.
Have you seen the confidence he has?
Yes, it was very
I
calm.
was telling someone that yesterday that Congo will beat us. People were I said, T, because Nigeria was pressing. I said, no, this is a coach.
Had an early.
He allowed us to show him
Yes.
what we have.
Yes.
And he stood up 2 times. If you noticed it, like this.
He gave his instruction and that was
everything. But our own house was just panicking all through. See, if you watch under
But another thing
Our
that
coach,
contributed to
our coach removed his strength. That's what me.
yeah,
He just
but
removed
another
his
thing I
strength.
feel
who
contributed
was his assistant
grossly
coaches?
to the defeat was
Who
the
was what?
fatigue.
Assistant coaches. It's not fatigue. It's not.
They played 120 minutes.
No, that's not a factor. Because
You play-
if 120 minutes, yes. But how many chances do you have within the 90 minutes that you had? How many chances did Nigeria create?
No, in comparison with the Congolese team,
Yeah,
right? The
they played
Congolese
90 minutes.
yes, played 90 minutes, and Nigeria.
These are players.
And this same
These
set
are
of
players that plays Champions League on Premiership on Sunday, Champions League on Wednesday, on that Premiership on. We should stop doing this.
We have more professional, like we have more
should stop
international
doing
players
So
than
you're
them.
saying we should remove the idea of fatigue contributing
Yes.
to the loss
That
of the
is
equation.
not an excuse.
Not an excuse,
Nigeria
guys.
don't
Not
have
an
any
excuse.
excuse to lose that match
See,
because we have.
I was telling
a lot
my
of
friend.
players that play
We were
internationally.
together in my house. We were together when I saw the text message that you are being invited back to the national camp. Come together. See, imagine Nigeria players. I know my friends are like in Europe. They're like, bro, I they send jersey for you. Or like, okay, no problem. They are washing their kit and dry to use. In Nigeria store, we don't have jerseys. Now, we are going for World Cup. They are inviting us back to camp. 2 weeks or 3 weeks to a World Cup. A World Cup. Now you are playing. When they were playing matches, I was chatting. I was like, see, how can you play 10 matches and you win all the whole matches? People are going to flop. And against the under-17, against New Zealand, friendly match, they struggled, they lost 4. I said, this is the game people are supposed to learn from. And it happened when they started. They were losing. And I said, how can you play friendly match 10 and you win 10? How? That means people are so perfect. 2 weeks into the camp. You check Morocco, under 17 Morocco. I was following them. Bro, they went to Rwanda. They played coach in Rwanda. They lost, out of 5 games, they lost 3 games.
Yeah.
They didn't drop those players. They said they know what they are doing. They took them to another country. They played 8 games. They won like 4. They kept them for a period of 2 years. And they are winning 9-0 now, Abi. World Cup. They got to the final. Morocco under 20 got to the final. The Morocco female WAFCON final.
Exactly.
That goal, I know that the referee did some blunders. They're supposed to win the Super Falcons. So now this thing. Check their national team. Morocco, they are all from the under 17. The female, the males, under 20. Check all of them. They are hitting the world stage perfectly. They watch our own Nigeria. Under 17 boys nowhere to be found. Under 17 girls nowhere to be found. Under 20 boys nowhere to be found.
So we don't have like foundation.
We wait to 3 weeks to competition. How will you?
At the end of the day, we can all say that we can all agree that there's a lot of issues.
When you're in school, you want to write exam, you didn't read like 3 days. You can't do cram and
Even this qualifying oneself, you see, they had to boycott training because of one issue or the
money.
other.
Imagine that they're not saying big boys and big boys are any.
Look at
What is
players
big
like-
boy?
Look at the stadium, the hotels they rent out.
No,
they
it's a good hotel, boss. Yeah, the problem, the Uobish room is like if you are staying in Transcorp now. If you look by your right, you look at big houses. If you look by your left, there's some hotels we stay. Bro, Uobi just showed the wrong side.
Oh, okay.
If you follow Kelechi,
Then that's bad PR for Nigeria.
No, no. Maybe you didn't follow them very well.
Super
That hotel is one of the best hotels in Morocco. I won't lie to you. Hans Kelechi, a local man, he said, but the view of Orbis
side, yeah.
and this thing was
Like
Bad.
you-
yes, bad side, but the hotel is a local hotel.
Okay, in order for us to wrap up quickly, what do you think is our prospects for AFCON
AFCON.
coming up next month?
Please, number one, the content creators should be banned. I keep saying it. Check about those for I follow a lot of club side.
Okay.
Now, my own friend Kenneth Mero was in the camp. To me, he's not supposed to be in the camp. If the morale booster, no problem. Stay there, check your players, encourage them and leave. But this one, yeah, if you check our Init boys, the UK boys, they're always on their phone. They are doing one stuff or the other. If you check the England squad, they're all sleeping. They're all sleeping.
So when you say the content creators
Should be banned from the this thing.
so
They're
that they can
distracting.
have more focus.
Concentrate.
Yeah.
Concentration. If you check, let's be sincere. The best player in that pitch was not Frederick. It was Bassi.
Yeah, I agree.
It was Bassi. Now let me tell you the truth. When Bassi plays 3, Ekong flop on this. Remember, the last game, check the game before Zimbabwe. Bassi was playing 3. Ekong did that blunder. It's just like when people are saying Saliba is the machine of Arsenal. Saliba is not the machine. Gabriel Jesus is the machine. When you remove
Gabriel Magalhaes.
Magalhaes, sorry. When you remove Gabriel from that thing, you see, to me, the truth is,
It
See,
just
right,
takes teamwork for all of them to shine.
Yes.
you get
teamwork,
what
like
let's tell you the
collaborative work.
fact is, let's talk about this agent, super agent. Let's talk about super agent.
I don't see us resolving all these corruption issues,
Anytime
super
soon.
agent issue before AFCON. So please, what do you think we can do, or what is our fate for AFCON? That's basically.
We will not do well after.
We will not do
As a
well.
patriotic Nigeria, we want us to do
If you
well.
want to be us to be blunt,
Morocco,
that's
yeah.
what I would say.
Yes.
That's the
No, let's
truth.
not to sugarcoat some of your
No. We are
Morocco.
There are countries
Yes,
that
Morocco
are
now.
doing
Yeah.
very, very,
I
very
give an
In all
instance.
honesty,
I give
yes.
an instance. Morocco under 20. If you watch Morocco under 20, all the agents that came, I heard a rumor that they were not touching only Moroccans. Let's give a Morocco under 17, the girls doing well. Under 20, the girls doing well.
But isn't it
Algeria.
possible for the Nigerian team to spring up like a
In 1
fighting
month.
spirit?
In 1 month,
Maybe this defeat will, or this
on the top of Christmas,
me, what I
3 weeks from now.
expected was for the coach not to even come up, not to be emotional first of all in the
Yeah.
match. Because I have issues with a player doesn't mean, and he's my best player. In managing for that match, then after you are going to do whatever discipline you want to take on him, take it on him. But during the match,
immediately
and
they
you know,
Congo defense went on a holiday. They went on holiday.
yes.
They were even adding attack. They were following their
now,
For like 10 to 15 minutes, Nigeria was
nobody,
struggling.
the keeper was
No,
just
no,
relaxed.
but please, did you watch that game? We are playing against Congo. We are removing midfielders and putting defenders. As if I don't know if you've watched.
That was the same.
It's like a boxing fight. Wider against when you know Wider is beating you, just put your hand on your head and let him just be beating you until you give up. That's what we are doing now. So we get up back to back, and
It's a miracle that we survived the extra
the
time
extra time.
and we
I
didn't
swear.
concede more
I
goals.
swear.
It was a miracle.
I swear.
That's what I'm telling you.
And
Because
then I thought the penalty was going to be in our favor.
And let's even speak about the penalty, please. Like I expected other players, not the players that he went on to play.
Someone said
Ndidi was supposed to stand up to go and play one. At least he was supposed to
Ndidi
even
is not-
start.
no,
If he's the senior man in this,
Yes.
as
he's
a
the
coach.
senior man.
As a coach, when you get to penalty, I don't pick. Open it to the floor.
Who wants to go?
You have the confidence to. See, remember AFCON PK? They were calling Kanu.
So he wasn't confident to play the penalty.
Let me give you an
as a
instance.
captain.
Let me give you an instance. They were calling Papilo. He looked at Shego and he do hand like this. Remember, Kanu, but he didn't sound like this. He's not going. But if you have Nigeria in your heart, you have fear. Don't go lose. See, the problem is those guys. They were. Moses Simon was not in the game. Let us say the truth. When he came on, then why going to play the penalty? Because nobody able to stand up to go and play the penalty. If Ekong was there, if you watch our
Ekong will play.
Played it. Yeah.
our Nations Cup that we played the PK. If you watch what Pereira was doing, he removed the whole and put the whole senior boys. They cannot remember immediately was putting them because those ones have the standards to play. But
like Nigeria were not
didn't you see what
meant to have a penalty.
didn't you see what the Congolese did?
Yeah.
They removed the keeper to put
I'm
another.
putting a trusted,
now the truth is now, Wabali, you need to know that he's not only a PK perfecter. No, Wabali is good in PK. Yes,
yeah,
good,
he is.
yes.
So he
But the truth now, he did his work and people didn't do their work.
Yeah.
Because he
cut to.
yes, Basi flew his own. So he did his own. To me, as a goalkeeper, fast PK,
No, he was
I catch it
perfect during
Yes,
the
no,
But
he did.
the confidence is getting too
How
much.
many do you want to
How many
expect?
don't- Yeah, even the Congolese guy caught two. He's
Yeah.
just passing through his own over the
The
back.
problem is he needs to know that, as I said, he needs to be rested. He needs to put in the bench. Don't even invite him at all. And let
Who is that?
Wabali and let this Okoye for the
Why
next
don't
game.
you want?
Watch now. Watch the last game. That you are picking ball from
He makes a lot of mistakes.
blunder. Overconfidence is there.
Yeah,
You cannot
overconfidence.
bench
People
him.
saying that
You cannot bench him.
Yes, there's
Drop
this
him.
Lackadaisical attitude he
Like,
has.
if
you watch-
Within your 18,
Even when
in
the-
your boxing.
Even when the player took the ball, he was so reluctant to go back. You know, he was boasting. People are even our game against.
If that guy was not offside, it
Yes.
would have been a goal.
Yeah.
Remember after the game against Gabon,
Yeah.
fans were in the hotel room. They were like, "Bros, take your time. Don't try him again, no." And he just see. That's why I said, no man is above Nigerian national team.
That's the discipline she was even talking about.
Exactly. Because discipline
I swear,
translates
you
into
respect
effective
each other,
performance.
respect the
Yes.
coach and the coach
You
respect
know
And
that.
that is why that's what prompted
Respect
Oshimen's
other
anger.
players.
I cannot be running and you're joking with me.
Yeah.
And
It's
watch.
frustrating.
See.
If you're putting in your
No.
100
No.
and then somebody else is being lackadaisical about
Yesterday
it.
game was so disrespectful to Nigerians. If you watch Basi and Simi, you're not in back. The ball was not going front. You're just playing, touching. Rocco Dare was just standing. Aqua Adams, I don't know what's wrong. You're just man.
It was obvious that there
Yeah.
was nobody that could fill the shoes of Osimhen.
Now
It was so glaring.
there was somebody. This Desire that played for Rangers. That guy is good. He has proven himself. But no, when you just like Anthony Joshua that came to Go Project, now I can remember that we saw him then when we were in Go Project, but we cannot remember. No boxing, we don't play football, we don't see them. He came and they said, "You are not good enough for Nigeria," but he didn't drop money. So all these white boys want to drop money. They say don't play for Nigeria. They want to play for Nigeria. When they go meet them, they were like, "I'm not coming because I'm not going to give you gifts." We had the happened against Omokachi and then Keshi where they quarreled. Omokachi was saying you are dragging the gym with the players. Omokachi said you must buy the resort of $20,000 in my hand for me to tell Keshi to put you in this thing. Most of all these boys, all those boys in the Western world, they don't pay money to play football, so they're not going to give you money
Exactly.
to
So
come
it's
in.
going to be like a
So don't call me that boy. How far now? My wife is sick. They don't want to hear that rubbish. Because you're a curator or you're a coordinator, you now call Moses Simon. Baba, how far? My wife is sick. Okay, send you money. Now say I put Moses. Those ones they didn't grow up like that. You could remember Fabregas. When Man City came for Fabregas, they said they'll give you a private jet, a chopper that will bring you to training every morning. He doesn't want it because he grew up to see those good things. He said, I want to go to Barcelona, I want to win cup. He had left Arsenal to win cup, not for money. And then there are some left Arsenal because of money. Check all the old Brazilians. Oscar, they went to China because of money, because
yeah.
of orphanage. So you cannot go and bring those ones and be telling them that, now chat them up that, bro, I used to hear this with my friends when the creator was like, Baba Alpha, I'm sure I never chop. So if you're not telling you that you don't have,
Mama,
you're not invited.
it's well with us. It's well with
When it
us.
comes to this kind of topic, it's
Your
just
church is in-
it doesn't end.
It's exactly.
Do you
There's
Do
no end.
you know how many people that told me they're not traveling to Morocco to watch the Nations Cup because of this World Cup? Do you know how many Nigerians now that are not going
But
to...
we need to be optimistic, right? Yeah, we know we've established a lot of problems, loopholes, tactically, NFF, management-wise, and all of that. But we need to be optimistic. I, for one, believe that something is going to happen.
Really?
And there's this spirit Nigeria comes up
Yes.
with when it comes to Nations Cup, and then
Which means-
we'll perform. We'll perform. I believe so. We'll
Pray
perform.
so it's in our
think
best
Nigeria-
interest for it to
For our own BP and all, we wanted to do well because I won't lie to you, many, including me, wouldn't eat. I just went to bed and sleep. Many of my friends are like, they know. Even this one, they were like, guy, I know say, you know, if I call you, go just para. Even my friend in Cameroon, because I bantered him in Cameroon. So he was bantering me, but I didn't pick. Because when he calls me, we're like, between Nigeria, he doesn't speak fluent English. We're like, yo, you, bad, me, worse. Yes, because they're all tired. It's Cameroon. See,
I think it's something that is peculiar with some African countries.
yeah.
Corruption in the football administration.
If you watch Drogba,
But it's well.
What Drogba, the way he goes to the national team, he ginger, he shouts, Kanu,
My brother, it's well with us. So thank you. If you've stayed this far with us, thank you so much. We've had interactive section about the Nigerian Super Eagles team and their qualifying journey thus far. And I have high hopes. They have high hopes, I believe, for the African Cup of Nations coming on the 21st of December all through to January 18th. And we'll be here, hopefully by God's grace, to give you all the bits about it. Thank you very much for joining us. This is Sports File on Ombudsman Radio, and my name is Jem. Thank you so much.